Yeah. Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let us proceed now. Yeah.
Yes. So good evening to everyone. My name is Sai, and today I'll be host for today, and we'll be continuing with our day two workshop for understanding e-education and to elevate e-education and understanding different e-learning and teaching tools. Um, which would help us upscale our teaching and learning processes. So, summarizing yesterday, we've seen different benefits about what basically e-tools and the use of artificial intelligence and active tools would help us upscale our teaching methodologies. And we've also seen the industry perspective from two eminent speakers yesterday. So let's move on with today's session. So initially, I would be briefing the session and telling you a few e-tools, and we are going to see how to practically use them that would help the teachers to elevate the basic presentations. So I'll just share my screen. I'm sure all the teachers over here are very much familiar with the basics of using the PPTs, right? So the three tools that I'm going to be, making you familiar with is going to be helping you to upscale the basic presentations, right? I hope my screen is visible. I guess I will share it again. Okay. So just an instruction, I will be sharing two screens over here. One is my laptop screen, and when I will be telling you about the tools, I will also be sharing my mobile screen. So you can just pin the both views so that you get a perspective of what the teacher will see and what the student will see, right? Basically, whenever we talk about giving a presentation, these three tools would help you in these three processes. So the first tool you can use is to gain the participants or the audience attention by using, say, different questions, different quizzes. So this is a tool that you can use at the initial stage of your presentation. The second thing is during your presentation, and the third one is the post of your presentation, right? So very first thing, I've taken a simple template of understanding. This is a very simple 9 standard template of understanding the internal structure of an earth, right? So if you can see over here, there's a 3D model. Yes, there's a 3D model over here, which you can use during your presentations for a deeper understanding of your concepts to our students, right? So now, one second. Yes. So to add these 3D presentations, what you simply need to do is you need to go to the Insert tab, and there's a simple 3D model illustration option. From there, you can select a stock of 3D models relating to different domains that you're creating a presentation with. Right. So in here, I've just selected a basic Earth, a 3D model of an Earth, which shows the flow of warm currents and cold currents through the oceans. Right. So in this manner, you can simply add 3D models to your devices, right? So this is the first thing that I want to tell you, that you can also add 3D models to your present PowerPoint presentation, right? So now moving on to our tools, let me share my screen. The very first tool is, one second, I'll just reshare my entire screen. Yes, I guess my screen is visible, right? Okay. So
Yeah.
the first tool that I'm talking about is nothing but the Metimeter. It's a very simple tool. This is basically going to help you create active PPTs and add different polls. So you can see, I'll just click on the new slide. Yes, so these are the different types of contents that you can add to your simple PPTs and upscale them. The very first thing is you can add different types of questions, right? So a multiple choice, a ranking, a Q&A, or you can also create word clouds, right? Then you can add different quizzes, and as well you can add different contents slides to your questions. And there is an other option, that is an advanced questions, that is available on this tool. This tool is nothing but Metimeter. I will just share it in the chat box. One second. Yes, okay. So this is the basic view that you would see. This is the okay, yes, I have shared the link in the chat box as well. Right now, in here, I have just created a simple quiz. One is a simple quiz over here that I've created. Right. Now when I click on the present view, okay, now I've created in the present view. Now this is the full screen view that is available, right? So this is the teacher's end that you are seeing. Now for using it from the student's end, you have two options. You can see at the top corner over here, you can click and copy the join voting name information, or you can ask the students to open the website meti.com and ask the students to put in this pin code, right? So now I've say copied this link over here and I will paste this link as well in the chat box, right? Now let me show you the student perspective to this. Now I will be sharing my mobile screen. So make sure you just pin it on your devices so that you can see both the screens together. Yes, my mobile screen is also visible. So now I will just go to the chat box. One second. Yes, so I've copied the link. I will just paste it here. Yes, now the students will be opening this link. Yes, now you can see this is the student perspective that you're seeing on my mobile device, right? So now by opening this link, all the participants, even you can try from your own devices and they can click and select the correct answer and submit the questions over here. Right. So once I click on the submit option, okay. So I've voted, and you can see there are two votes that are available. Or you can say that two participants have voted to this quiz. So this is a simple tool called meti.com which would help you engage your participants or your students with active quizzes. You are not just asking them the questions, but they are attempting the questions live with you, and you can have a track of how many people have actually attempted the questions. Now you can see the bar over here on my laptop screen is increasing because four participants have answered the quiz, right? So this was about the quiz. Now the next option is to create a word cloud, right? So in here I have just asked a simple question. Let me present the screen. Yes, so this is the presenter's view. So the question says, describe the artificial intelligence in 3 words. Now you can see on my mobile screen, there is a notification that is coming on the student's mobile or the student side is that the presenter has changed the slide. Now look at my mobile screen. I would click on go to slide, right? Now when I click on go to slide, I can see the next question and I have an option of typing 3 words, right? So you can also see, and I want all of you all to respond to this. Now say I will just add some 3 responses. Say let's add future tech. Let's add robots. Let's add the next word as advanced intelligence, right? And now after clicking entering 3 words, okay, there's a word limit to this, so I'll just add advanced gen. Okay, now I'll click on the submit button. Yes, now you can see when the student has submitted the questions automatically on my laptop screen, you can see there are 3 words that have been added to my word cloud. Okay, I'll give you like 1 minute of time. You can also try this. You have to use the same link that is given in the chat box. You can also try attempting so that you understand what is the student perspective of this particular tool called as METI.
Participants can try this.
Yes, now you can see somebody has added some words. So you can see the word cloud has automatically updated. So this is a simple live tool where many participants can interact with the teacher's PPT very easily. Okay, any other responses? I will just add one more. Yes, somebody has added deep learning. Yes, as you can see, as participants are updating or giving responses, my word cloud is automatically getting updated. Yes, you can see somebody has added futuristic machine. Okay, right. So this was about a simple tool called as Metimeter, which teachers or people who are giving presentations can easily use, right? So you just need to go to the website Metimeter and simply log in, put all your login information, you can sign up, and you can create such interactive tools which would help you easily interact with the audience, right? This was the first tool. The next tool is also quite similar, and this is a tool that would help you, live interact with your audience simultaneously while you're giving a presentation, right? So this is the second tool that is called as Slido.com. You can just log into this. I will just give you the link. Okay. Yes, I've shared the link in the chat box as well. You can just go to the Slido link. This is the second tool. Just log in, add your all information, and just sign up. And over here, you need to create an event. Okay. So you can see over here this right button. You need to create an event. Now I've already created an event, a random event over here. You can also create an event. So okay. So I've created this event. I've added all the details. I have just given the title as 17th September e-tools. Right. Now in here you have different options that you can add. So to add these options and to interact with your audience live, you need to go to this button called as add new interaction button. And these are the different options that are available when you are using the free version of this tool. Right. The first
Actually,
one is
can you make presentation mode your screen? It looks.
so it is visible. Yes, our participants need to just pin the device.
Acha,
Huh.
participant need to pin the device.
Yes, sir, because I was
Yeah.
simultaneously
Yeah.
sharing my
Okay. Okay.
screen.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right. So in here, you can add different options that are available over here. Say for example, I've created a open text and I've just added, and say I just need to ask my audience, say, what are your thoughts about AI and Internet of, or let's just take an example for a ninth standard student. What are your thoughts about a robot, right? So I'll just add this. Okay, yes, and now you can see there's an open text over here that has been added, and I've already added a simple Q&A as well, right? Now, after adding these interactions on your device, now is the next step to share it with your audience. Now, to share with your audience, there is this button over here on the right top that says present, right? Now, when you click on the present button, you get two options. One is a QR code option. One second, it is just generating. Yes, it has been generated. See, you can see there's a QR code, and as well you are getting a pin, right? So there are two options where participants can live join this with you. One is through QR code or using the pin. I will simply go with the QR code. So what I do is I'll right click and I will copy the QR code, right? Now the next step is I will go to my PPT. Say this is my PPT, and I will just paste it onto my PPT. Now I can paste this on all the slides or a single slide, right? Okay, so this is the first step that the teachers have completed. Now let's go and see what the audience or the students would see. Now I'll share my mobile screen. Yes, now I'll share my mobile screen as well. Make sure you pin both simultaneously so you can see it. Yes. So now what I do is my mobile screen is the student view and my laptop screen is the teacher's view, right? Now this is my mobile screen. Now I will just ask the student to scan this. I'm just using simple Google Lens. Now I will just scan
Those
this
who
QR.
join from mobile, they should pin no that screen.
Yes, sir. You
They
need
should
to
pin
pin.
no. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Pin. Okay, so now you can see on my mobile phone, the student has just scanned. This is the link that has been opened. Yes. Yes, now you can see this is the student's view. Now I had already added a Q&A section, so the students can easily ask the speaker something, right? So we can say how many layers, are present inside the Earth's surface. Right, so yes, and now the participants have two options. They can add their names, or they can add questions anonymously as well. So I'm just typing a random question. Yes, so this is the first application that students can see, that is using live Q&A, and second one is a poll, right? And second one is a poll. Okay, so now you can see this is the teacher's view. One second. Yes, this is the teacher's view. Now you can see these are the different questions that the participants have asked. What are the different layers of Earth? How many layers are present inside the Earth's surface? And I have also added, when the participants ask their name, this is how you can see, right? So in this manner, using this second tool called as Slido, you can easily interact with your students while presenting your PPTs simultaneously, right? And this Slido also works with Google Slides as well, and it definitely works with our Microsoft PPT. It also is compatible with Teams and WebEx meetings. Now, since this is a free version, so we have limited access to the different applications. But if you're using it always, then you can certainly purchase them, right? So this was a second and simple application wherein you can live interact with your participants, right? Now next is a simple but a really interesting tool, that is nothing but Kahoot. So this is a platform that helps you create quizzes in a little fancy manner, we can say. I will just stop sharing this mobile screen. Yes, okay. Now you can just pin my my laptop. Yes, so now you can just see it. Okay. So now in here, this Kahoot, you can create interactive quizzes. So now let's create a quiz. Now there are different templates that are pre-made by Kahoot you can use, or you can create your own templates. Let's just start with a blank canvas. So now let's just start a question. Now in here I have just created some random questions which you can just copy paste. Okay. Now I'm giving you two views. One is the presenter view, as in the teacher's view, and the other is the student's view. Right, so I've just taken a random question, what is the smallest unit of matter? Right, now I've added the different options. Now you can also insert different media. There are already pre-made images, or you can upload the different images. Say, let me just create or just add some image. I'm searching for an atom. Okay, so this is the available image. Right, so okay, let's just add like three questions. Okay, quiz. Let me just copy paste. Any questions you would like to suggest, you can just put it in the chat box. I will just put it here. Okay.
Participants can use the chat box if necessary. Microphone, you can interact.
Okay. So now I have just added two random questions over here. And now on the right hand side, you get a panel where you can select the time limit. In here, let's say I'm selecting 30 seconds, or 30 seconds will be too much. Let's just select 10 seconds. And then you can also add the points that are required. Okay. And then multi-select option is available, otherwise single select option is available. Now you would say why to use this Kahoot platform when you can use Google Forms for the quizzes and everything. Now this is a tool that would help us, it's like a game. It's like a game, but it's in a quiz form. So you can play like as we play games using two-player mode, three-player mode, or a multiplayer mode. You can play these quizzes in a multi player mode as well, right? So this is an advantage or an added advantage compared to a simple Google form quiz, right? So I've just added my questions. I've just added the question type, time limit, and etc. And I will just save, right? Okay. Okay. Yes. Just add a title. Say random quiz. One. Done. Right. Okay. So I'll just preview. Yes. So now this is the preview. Now you can see at the right side there's a timer, and now you just need to select the question answers. Right. So this is how the participants would see, or the audience perspective of this simple quiz. Right. So these were the three tools that you can use. One is metimeter.com, which would, I will put all the links once again in the chat box. Yes, this is the first one, that is Metimeter. The second one is slido.com. Yes, I've put that link as well. And the last one is Kahoot. Yes. So these are the three simple tools that would help you, just upscale or beautify your simple presentations, and also make it a little interactive with your participants, right? So that is all from my side. If you have any questions on how to use these
Yeah, any
tools,
questions you can put it in the chat box.
okay, you can put it in the chat box.
Yeah. These tools, what they have given, you just copy the tools and keep with you for handy. So thank you so much, Sai, for making us aware about the different tools required from presenter view and from the student point of view. We understood how students can interact with the teacher through these tools, which you have underlined, three important tools you have. Now moving to Rushabh. Rushabh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Rushabh is an intern at Birds Engineering Academy, and yeah, go ahead, Rushabh. Go ahead first. Go ahead with presentation as time is running short. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so hello everyone. Today we'll be learning about a way to teach. So I will tell you a way to teach using 3D models and a way place like a real classroom. So let's move further. So e-learning, the everything which we are doing from technology in education is called e-learning. You remember when the online class, in the online classes we used to just join the meeting using Meet or Teams, uh, even with different geographical locations. That is what is called e-learning. That is an example of e-learning, and there are many things in e-learning. So what we need to focus on in teaching is topic, and we need to focus on topic just a bit. Animation, the animation most, concept understanding the second most, and some, and the tests still they are not coming. For example, I'm creating a website called Program Practice here now. It's a learning website where people can just go and so first they would have to log in a second. They would have to log in using the username. Then they would have to enter their Gmail and then click here on sign up. Once done, then they would see a screen here. Now they can do challenges, and they have also added a rewarding system, so that it encourages the students more to learn. Now here you can see that you can choose many languages. I will suppose like I click here on Python. I'll go to the last video and click here on download video. Then it would add the courses done. I still have to make it it should add a point with the courses done also. So I'm still making this. Now I will tell you about 3D model based learning. So first of all, I will teach you which softwares to download. First, you have to download Visual Studio Code. Once downloaded, after that you have to go to a website called Sketchfab. Here now you can see many 3D models. Suppose you want to learn about suppose anything like Newton's cradle. Suppose it will be there. Okay, yeah. Here you can see Newton's cradle. Suppose here is the example. Now you can see the example here. You can teach it here also. Like you can teach it from the website only also. But I will teach it with the background and those things. Now here you can see that it's just for viewing only. So any other model we will have to choose, like this one. This one we can click here. Then you have to go down and click here on GLTF converted format. Once you click here on download, then you wait for it to download. It will download in zip file, so you have to unzip all the things in it. So now you have to do it like select it, then extract to new folder, then click here on OK. Once it's extracted and done, everything is done. After that, what you have to do is click on the Visual Studio Code, open it, then go here, click on GLTF. Here you will just type GLTF. You have to install this GLTF tools. After it's installed, you have to reload your VS Code once, like opening it and closing it, and then after opening it, now you have to select the file which you have to teach. Once that file is selected, now you have to click here, and here a button will come. Wait a second, it's loading. A button with shapes. So now you have to click here. Just a second. Yeah. So now you can see here it's loading a bit. Just a second. So suppose you want to teach it. Now what you can do, you can just explain that how it would work. Here goes, then again like this. So this is what is like. I will send the link of Sketchfab. I'll send the link of Sketchfab X. And also I will send the link for VS Code download.
Participants are requested to keep that links handy with you so that you can try later.
Yeah. So these both links, from this you will download Visual Studio Code, and from this you will download the 3D model. So after this, I will tell you a way like a 3D environment in which like it can move. It's like a game, but like a real classroom also. You can open this here. You yeah, you can see here. This screen will not come here for you. There would be another screen. After doing login, you would see this screen. Suppose I click here. I click now on join 3D. I'll send the link in the chat box so you all can also join right now in this and see how it works. So you can move with W, A, S, and D. So it's like a 3D environment. You can go to a room, sit on the chair, discuss anything, share your screen, and do much more things. This is easy. Like this is more. This is a very nice way to teach because it's like a real class with free, like we can. There are multiple classes. Some class going on here, and many other rooms also. Like you can come here, a normal discussion table, sit here and talk like that here. So this is done. Now another thing that is, wait a second. Now I will tell you a website same to the website shown by the previous speaker. Its name is Quizzes. In this website, suppose I want to create a quiz for suppose anything, any quiz, I can just go here to quizzes.com. Yeah. So in here now you can see how you see this screen here. So like if anyone has gave you the link already, then you just have to enter the code. If not, then you have to click here on login. Wait a second. It's yeah. So now what you can see here is that it's loading. Still it's loading. Just have to log in. Now you can see here that it's you can see that you can search for any topic. Suppose we search for a digestive system. Suppose digestive system. Enter this quiz. You click here on it. So what you can do is click here on start now. Now what you can do is give this code to any person. They're like different codes for different quizzes. Now you have to go to this website here, the link which I have sent in it, and then what you would be able to see. You would be able to join the quiz with different participants. It's also a part of e-learning. Yeah. So now a quote, a very famous quote: just don't think. Just always, never overthink. Thank you. Hope you learned something new today.
Yeah. So I am very much appreciate Rushabh. Actually, he is a fifth standard boy, and he has created his own teacher platform to interact with the students. So teachers daily what they are teaching to their students, know different topics. So the teacher can create their own website where the teacher can add, and how different things can be taught online. Mr. Sorry, Rushabh has created this, and I appreciate Rushabh very well, though you are in the yeah. Well done, Rushabh. Pratibha ma'am is also saying, Swati ma'am, Dr. Swati saying, Dr. Pratima, yeah, they have all appreciated. He's just a fifth standard. He started his journey in the third standard. So students can do the wonders, and also teachers can do the wonders. Now he is capable to handle n number of students who are online for not only the only one programming language. He has added so many programming language, and he has interacted. He has connected a lot of resources, so students can easily interact, and he will be able to answer it. As time is less, so next time, if time is more, then we'll keep his special sessions. Thank you very much. Very creative. Yeah. Thank you so much. Now moving to Ambeshwari ma'am. Yeah, Ambeshwari ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rushabh is an intern over Birds Academy, and he's did lot of wonders over here. Yeah.
Really, sir. Very.
Yeah.
Indeed,
Go
sir.
ahead, ma'am. Yeah.
A very good. Good evening, sir. Good evening to all of you. Uh, is my screen sharing or not, sir?
Not it. Not it. Yeah. Ambeshwari ma'am, teacher by profession. Yeah.
Huh. Is it now sharing, sir?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Huh. Uh, Actually, what I have heard from the day, yesterday and today itself by Rishabh, now I think what to say anything because I don't know much about the tools. But what I feel that yes, this field has been revolutionized the education. So my topic is let's make the e-learning very easy by using the artificial intelligence. So, first of all, we must understand what is the e learning, what are the different ways, how artificial intelligence emerged, and what is the basis of the artificial intelligence. Okay, because from the last, sir, am I clear now?
Yeah. Yeah. Clear. Clear. Good.
Okay, because when I was in just class 8, it was my childhood. I just want to mention here because now we have, so from the last day and today itself, we have heard about the e learning. That means, but when I was in class 8, there was a chapter in my English book that was fiction. At that time, I used to have my book Gulmohar. So there it was mentioned that students will wake up in the morning, then through the monitor the screen will say open the book page number this, and they will start reading from the television or that type of devices. At that time I was just surprised how it can be possible. But what I read in class 8, that was around 1991, is now really it's a dream like true that now we can do the learning part from any part of the world now. And this is the e-learning, that is learning or getting the education through any digital or any resources, like whether through websites, whether directly through mobile or email or whatever be the ebooks. So I really feel very surprised to have that was my chapter in when I was in class 8 that came true. after 20 years. So it was, so what we think today can no doubt be, will be true after few years. That's the real one. It's the, before pandemic, sir, it was, yes, online was from the last 20 years, but the pandemic gave this opportunity to each and everyone. Although I really say that good teachers are irreplaceable, but if we add the traditional or the concepts of the teachers along with the artificial intelligence, there will be marvelous change in the field of education. So the, in the last two decades, but there are so many areas where advancements are done in the technology, but whatever advancement in the artificial intelligence is really appreciable, whatever be the field, whether it is academics or research or industry. So I'll just mention about a few short, just the basis of artificial intelligence. As we all are the person for somewhat related with the artificial intelligence. Although I am very new to this because my basic field is the biotechnology, but I also find that there are very much opportunities for biotechnologists or for educationists if we are into this field, into this artificial intelligence concept. So all goes to the Turing test, where the where it was the it came into existence that machine can have the intelligence like us. So this Turing test all about this, the intelligence, comparison of the intelligence between a machine and a human. Can anyone say what is Turing test? Can anyone?
Participant can use a chat box or microphone, unmute and respond. Interaction is welcome.
Can anyone just explain? Just so simple, because Turing test is the basis of artificial intelligence. We are just correlating. Can we have because let me explain then. Basically, we have three participants in which the one like A, B, C, these are the three participants, where A is the human, C is also the human, and B is the robot, or we can say computer. This A will give a set of questions and will ask questions with the robot and the human both. If in the questionnaire the C will give more appropriate, then we will say that it has more intelligence than the B. And if A is not able to find out the intelligence quotient between the B and the C, we'll say that machine has better learning than us. Okay, so this was the basis of the Turing test, where which is the theory or theme, or we can say the basis of the artificial intelligence. I'm basically from the field of biology, so I'll basically deal with the biology aspects only. It can be used in, there are so many diseases nowadays, and by human we have a fixed range of senses. So sometimes by us we can miss some parameters, but if we connect that diagnostic process with the artificial intelligence, there will be no, absolute diagnosis for the disease. So in this way it will be very helpful. The second very great aspect is in the protein folding. We all are having the proteins in our body, that is we basically made up of protein, whether our antibodies, whether our enzymes, whether our anything in our body is the protein. That's the building block. Okay, and these proteins are made up of the amino acids, and these amino acids then combine to form and get folded to form a particular structure, and then it becomes the functional one, this folded protein. So sometimes this folded protein, how it appears to be the 3D form, that can be very much represented using the artificial intelligence. Okay, there are so many tools that tell us about the different a particular shape of the protein using this technology. In the neurosciences, how we can use it, because there are many symptoms or many disorders which are generally difficult to detect by saying that these are the normal behaviors. So by using the artificial intelligence, we can detect a small change and can diagnose the disease, which are psychiatric disorders at a very early stage. Okay, how this helps in agriculture? In agriculture, basically we all are the India is our agricultural based country, so our economy is basically mainly, I can't say that now we are also in the technology part, we are applying technology in the agriculture also. So in agriculture, how it can be used, the we can just increase the productivity by either making the crops or the crops varieties very hybrid type, or we can increase the productivity by decreasing the loss of the crop. And how this loss of the crop can be detected? For example, there is any insects. Sometimes what happens, if the number of the insects or the plant diseases gets increased, then only the farmer are go for the searching the different chemicals and do the operations. But if it is done artificially by using the artificial intelligence, we can detect the presence of the insects or any plant disease at its early stage, and the message goes to the farmer that just go and spray this insecticides. So by this we can increase the productivity in the agriculture. Again, in the DNA sequencing, it is all the DNA, the blueprint of life, which decides our character, which decides all the information throughout our life. So by artificial intelligence, we can early detect the different disease prospects, like what disease can be to a particular individual, what type of DNA is more prone to this type of disease. It is only by the artificial intelligence we can sense it. Okay, and since today we are basically dealing with the artificial intelligence in education, as the earlier speakers Rishabh and Sai, they all have discussed it a lot about how we are using the different tools in education. So artificial intelligence is all about providing uh, the intelligence to the machine at the machine learning and with the deep learning method. What is the machine learning? That means we are making the machine to learn some concepts. That is the machine learning. And deep learning means we are giving the logic to the machine, and that logic gives the intelligence. So these two words comprises the artificial intelligence. In the same way, can with this graph we can understand that we have a natural intelligence, which is the combination of the neural networks. We all are having different neurons, the endocrine system all together work to give us a natural intelligence. But if we combine all these by doing so many experiments and providing these to at the digital level or any with the help of software tools, then that is called as the artificial intelligence. Okay, one of the application, or we can say the one of the application is, we can just, there is a scientist Timothy and Vikas who basically worked on the bird song as a model. They just created uh, they just created or just uncoded the message in the bird song, and artificially they performed it to give the same with the human. So using the artificial tools, the researchers can recreate the birds. It's just a bird song, but it can be done to any organism, because communication, we all are the living organisms, we all show the diversity, but the basic concepts are same. We all have different neural system mechanism, but the purpose is same, as we all are the life forms. So whatever the how these words communicate, what is the meaning of that communication, that can be used for various purposes, that can be used to predict, because even these birds, these insects, these small creatures communicate and show different types of they are also the showing the different type of natural disasters. जैसे कहते हैं ना कि इस जानवर का रोना is not good. The meaning is not that animal is going to sense that phenomena. That's why, and we just correlate it with the कि ऐसा होने से ऐसा होता है. So if we have the ability to just analyze through using the artificial intelligence tools about the different communication methods of the animals, it will be a great research in the field. Means it will have a great contribution in the research part. Okay, so we can make the vocal prosthesis also that will communicate naturally, and it will be for it will give a better option for those who are speechless. Okay, so artificial intelligence is playing a great role in each and every field. One of the way is how our brains decide what to do, what to not. That is the decision making ability. How our decision making ability is performed. It was the Komiyama and Hattori who did the experiment using the mice model and found that the AI networks uh, along can be, and they were done repeated and got the same value signals. So they just correlated that the behavior and how we have different decision making ability, that can also be regulated, and that can also be made in a model. Okay, this is just an experiment by these two scientists. Now the last part, that is how artificial education is used in education by using the different tools which Rishabh has discussed, which Sai has discussed. I'm not very much aware about the different tools because I don't know the coding part of that. But whatever I need, I just use that tool. Yes, it is Chat GPT. जिसको use करके I can make my presentation. I can make the question paper very easy. Okay, so there are different applications like AI question paper generator by which we can do the MCQs. There are Carnegie Learning, which helps in the mathematical skills to develop the mathematical skills. Then is Eklavya, artificial intelligence proctoring, that is for whenever the student is giving online exams, is his behavior is mischievous or what, that is to check for the online uh, activity, or we can just check the facial expression during the online assessment. In the smart sparrow, there is for different, because each student has different way of learning, so it's an adaptive e-learning process. Okay, this is smart sparrow. Then comes the dream box. This dream box is also for the math skill. Then comes the course era. Course era. This course era is basically they just give the notification uh, according to the qualification for admission in different types of areas, or just choose whatever field suits to you. Then is the aquarium. This aquarium is all about what are the different weakness and strength of a student. Then this wood math, this is for the enhance the mathematical skills. Personally, because maths is that type of subject which someone says that it's very nice and someone say, oh, it's horrible. It's it But maths is required for all because it's directly related with our intelligence, IQ. So wood math help is personalized maths trainer. Then comes the Pearson artificial intelligence, which again shows the uh, weakness and strength of the students. Then is open AI. Open AI consists of a range of tools and resources for education like GPT-3 and OpenAI, and there are many more softwares like Turnitin to look for the plagiarism while we are writing, while we are doing anything. So we have a range of tools, and the most commonly used is Chat GPT. This has actually nowadays it is the world attention seeker. Means we can say that it's had the wide varieties, because by this we can generate the text or answer questions according to the our need. We just provide the like our query accordingly they give the whatever we want. So, and not the least the Teams and the Google Meet, due to which we now, this time also, we all are at different places, still we are together giving on a same platform. That's also a great contribution of this micro, we can see any online platform. So just I want to say that artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the education sector, the research areas, the research areas in any, whether it is pharma, whether it is agriculture, any. But since we are dealing with the education part, so this has really revolutionized the student with personalized learning experiences, and it is helping the teachers also for the better assessment, for the better growth of the learners. But not the last and the least, go- good teachers are still irreplaceable. A very thank you to all of you. Any
Yeah.
ask?
So I think I'm very much thankful to ma'am, though she is from biotechnology background, and she tried to inculcate artificial intelligence is one of the major tool for interacting with the students, how it can be used. At the same time, ma'am has underlined some of the important tools which will be very much useful for students. OpenAI tool, example ChatGPT, and some quiz generator and box tool and all. Really, all these tools are too much useful for us. And once again, I'm very much thankful to you, as you have immediately accepted our invitation and interacted with us.
Thank you
So
so
once
much.
again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
your contribution is really incomparable, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Now, moves to Dr. Swati ma'am. Swati ma'am, can you hear me? Are you there? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Dr. Swati Kulkarni ma'am, currently she is working with Excel Point Systems, Bangalore, and her schedule is extremely tight. But again, we have requested her to give an insight of industry view and how these tools can be useful for our teachers in this digital era. As earlier, people have also underlined some of the important tools. But at the same time, Dr. Swati ma'am, as she's connected with academias earlier, with some university in Bank earlier, and then later again in industry field, and she has always given presentations and allow digitally how it will be useful. So without wasting time, I request Dr. Swati Kulkarni ma'am, please proceed for your presentation.
Sure, sir. Can I get an access for sharing screen?
Access.
Ambassador ma'am is right now
Yeah,
sharing.
Sai, can you hear me? Krishna, 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
One point.
So,
Given, huh?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it was a really nice presentation, Ambashwari ma'am. Let me start. Just let me know my screen is visible. My screen is visible.
Yeah, your screen is visible. Yeah, screen
Okay,
is
good.
visible.
Good evening, everyone. So I guess we are at the like last, we can say last session of this 2 days workshop. So till now you are very much aware about what exactly the e-learning. So basically, I'm going through the whatever the e-learning by the digital tools and techniques. Many of tools has been very well and we can say demonstrated by the few of you. So it was a really good session. I missed yesterday's session, but okay, maybe I'll get the recording, and that is the benefit of e-learning. So we can say that. So all of we know that like what exactly the importance of e-learning. Earlier, we have we can say our tradition, or we can say it is a like our Sanskriti. We have a Gurukul Paddhati, and later on we have a school, we are used to go to school and have like a face to face real time classroom teaching. And during the pandemic, we switched, an entire world is switched to the e-learning, and we understood what exactly the benefits of e-learning. And that was a very good lesson for all of us, and we have not wasted our students have not wasted their years, or we can say the more important, that is the education. And from that we can say that e-learnings are coming up into the picture, rapidly took the entire market, and now all of we are taking the advantages of e-learning. So that is gives us a flexibility. It is a time saving, obviously. Like basically, if I want to go to for some expert lecture, or I have to take some I have to attend some interview. So initial days we need to go there, and we need to travel. So all the things like traveling time, we have to the traffic period, so everything, it has been reduced. We are getting the updated content. Many of times we are getting the older textbook. And now if I want, like, what exactly is happening, because we know like education and corporate, it has a quite difference. So whatever we are learning and we are getting information in a school, but what exactly is going happening in the industry point of view, it has a huge difference. So if anyone wants to get the updated, so we will get that updated content. We can revisit the lecture. Suppose if I don't understand what exactly the portion taught by my teacher today, but if I was absent for the today's lecture and I can't attend that, so I can revisit that lecture, because that recordings are available. It is a cost saving. So obviously, like the transportation cost, or we can say if I want to arrange some workshop offline, so it has a huge investment. So everything, it is going to reduce. It is obviously, e-learning is a student centered. E-learning allows us for the customizing learning environment. So what exactly I want to learn, how I want to learn. So everything I can do the customization, and what exactly or how much time I can invest in that particular learning. So everything I can plan and I can go for that. E-learning environment nowadays, it is very user friendly. It has a very good GUI. Even like a small, we have a very good example of Rishabh. So we can say that like it is a very environment friendly, and not the whatever the GUI, even though like the people like my father's age, they are also now able to access the e-learning methodology, and whatever they missed in their time zone, or he cannot able to do something, so that thing now he is learning from the YouTube. So that is very good example. So there is no age limit for the learning. So that is biggest advantage of e-learning. And consistency in a quality, obviously, like we are getting the updated content, tools are so improvised, so that will help us to get the more updated content. Now there are, when we are talking about the tools and techniques, so there are various tools are available, and tools are nothing, just like we can say weapon which are used in a war. So without a weapon we can't go and go for the war. So tools are really help us to understand what exactly I want to do. So there are various categories of tool. So basically, first tool, it is just like a platform. So how exactly we are interacting. So right now we are interacting through the Google Meet, and that Google Meet gives us a platform for the e-learning. So that is a learning management system. So as you are already aware about the some classroom, centralized hub, course material, assignments. So there are different kind of activities can be performed with this learning management system. Video conferencing tool. So right now also we are doing the video conferencing. So it is giving us a like environment of virtual classroom, so webinar meetings and every like real time interaction between the teacher and students, or between the employee and employer. So everything, it can be happen through the video conferencing. So earlier this term normally used in a corporate, and it was very like we can say uh, education system was not exposed to that video conferencing. But now we can say from the third standard onwards, everyone can use this format, and uh, all these age group, we can say that are handling this tool. So e-content creation, obviously, like someone who wants to deliver the presentation, they need to create the e-presentation. And Microsoft PowerPoint right now, what we are using, it is the like very popular platform. Google Slides are also there. Prezi allow instruct to create the interactive presentation, video creation, editing. We can some may can use the animation as well. So all these things will make your content more informative, impactful, and that will obviously create an interest of a listener as well. So learning platforms like a Khan Academy, you might be used Byju's. So all these are like these are the learning platform. Even LinkedIn is offering so many tutorials and professional skills development like tutorials. So you can avail that. Online assessment tools like a quiz and survey, so Google Forms is also there. So maybe after this session you will fill this feedback form, so obviously it is kind of an assessment. So you can do the survey. So there are multiple, you like a product surveys are happening. So there are again different tools are available to do this kind of assessment. Collaborative tools like a Google Workspace, or we can have a cloud, Microsoft 365. So all these are like a collaborative tools. Gamification tools like Code, I guess someone explained this, and Classcraft. So these things like even social media and discussion platform like Reddit or Slack, or and dedication course forms. So there are again different social medias platform is also available, which are like adaptive learning platforms, learning analytics. So all these are accessible tools. So all these in the accessibility tools, we are having the AR and VR kind of virtual reality or augmented reality. So all these tool will enhance our learning capability. It will enhance the like information, what I'm getting, what exactly I want, and how I'm means it will again improvise the learning mechanism, we can say, or the approach. So all these things are helpful, and whichever your requirement, you can go and choose that learning platform. You can easily download it either in your mobile or a laptop, even whatever OS you are using. So it is available with that OS. So you can go download and easy to use, or it will be ready for the use. So like what I feel, even when I, like as sir mentioned earlier, I was used to do some use I was a lecturer in one of the engineering college, and then afterwards I shifted to the corporate. But even though it's an academic or an corporate, the few important tools or gadgets are very popular, and they are widely used irrespective of the organization. So one is a Microsoft Office tool, and Google. So Google may, like, it may be having mail, Google Calendar, Google Docs, Google Scholar, Google Meets, Google Link. So it is a like a package, full package, which will gives us a like a platform to learn, and it will help us to develop our learning capabilities, and uh, so Microsoft Office is also very important, because from like a school days we started learning the Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, and that will help us to improvise our e-learning content. And if you are in marketing, or they are in a commerce background, they want to create some charts with the help of a huge database, we can say. There is database, it might be in certain MB files. So Microsoft there is a another tool which will Power BI, we can say. So that tool will use the database, and they will create a graph, or they will help you to create a very good presentation. So these are the different tools which will help us as a student or as a presenter. So how I'm getting that particular knowledge. Moodle is very popularly used in the education sector. Basically it is a free and open source learning management system, and it has a blended learning, distance education, and flipped classroom. So first of all, we should understand what is exactly the blended learning. Blended learning, it is just like what exactly we are interacting. It is like similar to the offline classroom. The only difference is we all teacher and students are connected through virtually, but the phenomena it is same. Like even students are sharing their screen, or they are turning on their videos, and even teacher is also turning on. So it is just like a face to face teaching. Whereas flipped classroom, it is nothing but like, first of all, like how any movie it is coming, so how that movie will create an interest. Okay, I'm going to watch this movie because they are releasing some trailer first, and because of that trailer we will decide, okay, I'm going to watch this movie or I'm going to skip this movie. So that will create a curiosity. So similar to that, Moodle will help us like a feature, like a flipped classroom. So in that flipped classroom, teacher has to create some curiosity into the student's mind, and that will help us help a student to learn that particular topic. And once they will come for the classroom, maybe even right now offline classes are going on, but you can create some video, or you nowadays students teacher having their WhatsApp group, you can create some curiosity of about your tomorrow's lecture. So students will read that lecture, and they will create a, means that like before delivering to that particular topic, students are aware about few things, and they that will create an interest among students. So that is very good thing about the flipped classroom. Even they can revisit that particular recorded lecture, so it is again a part of a flipped classroom. So this thing, or this online model has been accepted by various university, school, and workplaces as well. Now, apart from these three popular tools, there are various tools like a Grammarly. As ma'am mentioned, 13. So Grammarly also gives us a spelling and grammatical mistakes, and at a some extent, it will help us to check the plagiarism also, if it is like a paid service of Grammarly. And similarly, there are like a various, like here the example is given, like you as used as you are instead, or your. So like if you have, so like it will give some, like if we have missed something, or it is not showing the grammatically correct, so it will we can say it will run back of the Microsoft Office tools, so that will easily detect the grammar, and that will enhance the content of the presenter. Zoom, it is similar to the Google Meet, but Zoom has a feature like you can record that lecture very easily. So those who are not going for the paid version, they can easily go for the Zoom, where you can easily record your session. Quera, it is again an open discussion forum where like a million of users are connected from the various points of cities, or like among the world, and they can discuss on some topic. Someone can ask any question, so it is an open platform where you can easily ask a question and you will get the answer. Adopt Captive, it is again a rapid e-learning authoring tool. So it has a main benefit. It has like a, it gives us a library over 25,000 different templates and assets. So it is help us those who are developing some certain courses. And chat GTP, I guess no need to explain, ma'am has already explained it in very detailed way. So that these are the like various, or we can say popular tools, which will help us to bring up our presentation, or bring up the content, so which will most helpful for the presenter. So there are e-learning techniques. So basically, we should understand the technique means what. It is like a scientific approach. So whenever I'm talking about the e-learning or electronic learning, so it is nothing but the training through the some digital platform or digital resources. So it might be having computer, laptop, or mobile phone. So and all these things are connected to the internet. But is it exactly meaning of a like a technique? These are like, we can say these are again kind of a platform. But when I'm talking about the e-learning, okay, learning means I'm not sharing the data, I'm getting some knowledge from that. And these are the like resources. But exactly what I mean to say the technique, as I mentioned, technique, it is a scientific approach. So being a presenter, so it is very easy when you are in a offline classes, you are observing all the students and you can understand, being a teacher or over a period of experience, or over some period of time, you can easily grab, or you can easily find out the facial expressions of students, and you can understand, being a teacher, like that was my usual practice, like I can able to understand whether that students are having attention towards me, or he might be like physically present and mentally absent kind of thing. So that was very easy to find out. But right now I'm sharing a screen, I don't know like the audience, I can't have any access. Obviously, there are certain tools where from where I can interact with you people, but obviously it is not like an offline classes. So I should follow some scientific approach that will create that e-learning environment. So I should know the learner. I should know who is my target audience, and then only I can able to deliver it very well. So that is the very first, what we can say, first essential thing which I should know who is the learner. Then set a clear learning objective, so we should know what exactly I want to deliver. So again, we can say we need to make a learning interactive. Obviously, as I mentioned, like I don't have an any interaction with you unless and until you are not unmuting yourself and you are not asking, or I am not forcing you to say something, or you can put it into the chat. So normally, like it is very difficult. In a, like we can say, every coin has a two sides. So there are certain advantages of offline classes, but we need to go with what is the like go with the flow. So right now the trends are going on like e-learning, and we don't have a time to come to gather and to have to deliver the offline classes. So we should use this facility what we are having. But up, whenever we are using this facility, we should keep one thing in mind, like whatever I am delivering, whether it is properly delivered or not. So that will come, that will be complete when I'm having some certain sort of a feedback. So one thing like which can create an interest, like I'm right now I'm making my video is on. If I make my video off, what happen, like students will feel okay, something it is going on, it is just like an recorded lecture. But if okay, if that presenter is visualized, then that will like a one uh, like it is a one of the thing which will create an interest of a student. So again, the next thing is you have your course should be organized. So if you are delivering certain sort of course, it should be very well organized. You need make it a short, like the action span where I have mentioned. You may make the segment short, bite sized, or you have to focus the immediate benefit of what exactly you are going to deliver, and you need to trigger the audience curiosity. So that can be done with the flipped classroom, so I already explained, and provide some meaningful experiences, or similar to the offline classes, you should provide some examples to the audience, so that will create the curiosity. So basically, I can say curiosity is the mother of learning, and let your learner explore the few of things. So as like a few of the you already shared some links to the uh, audience, so that audience can explore it later on. So that is again one of the good technique which you followed. So that is like a scientific techniques or scientific approach which we need to use when we are going for the e-learning. So I just want to share one case study. So whenever we are talking like a e-learning, or whenever I'm talking about like machine learning, IoT, so students should have a very good quality of internet. They should have a very good like a system processor which is having a very huge memory or like that. It's not really like that, or it is not an expensive, or like someone say like, oh, students should not having a mobile phone, or like what about the who those who are staying in a rural area, whether they that people also can be part of a e-learning. Yes, definitely, and this person does this. So I just want to share this experience. Even it was a really, it was very inspiring for me as well, because he is a primary school teacher and he got rewarded by the world, uh, we can say, and now he is an education advisor for the World Bank, and he delivered his lecture, online lecture, to 85,000 students in 83 countries with his experiment. So what exactly he did, he just created like he is a primary teacher in a very rural area, and what he did for all these lessons from the science or maths, he kept some barcode, so students can able to scan that barcode, and that barcode is linked to some animated videos or some experimental studies. So students will easily get that link and they can learn that thing. And he promoted for the girls education, where girls are not involved into the mainstream education. So that was his contribution. So it was a quite inspiring for all of us, being a teacher, those who are teaching in a very urban area, or we can say which are having a very good facilities. So we can also do that for particularly like those who are in like a higher studies. Or now what exactly, when I talk about the offline and online classroom, the difference, what exactly I feel being an lecturer of an engineering college, so I can explain the theoretical part, but what about the practical, how students can do the practical. So during COVID period, all of you learn theoretical things, but how, what about the practical knowledge? But for that practical session, you can create some interactive things, you can create some barcode kind of thing, and that will easily give you some innovative or some animated videos that will link to the some animated video, which will explain you that practical process. Obviously you cannot do it physically, but that environment you can create it. So that was the main intention I want to put it this slide into this presentation. So thank you everyone. I hope you understand like what exactly the learning tools and techniques. And thank you Birds Academy, and thank you sir for giving me this opportunity and to interact with all of you.
Thank
Any
you so
questions?
much, ma'am. So once again, I would like to extend a grateful thank you on behalf of RBG's Buds Engineering Academy and all the participants and all the organizations. It was really a very informative session. Thank you so much for sharing your time and insights with us. We are really grateful.
Thank you so much.
I would like to call upon our next speaker for today, Mr. Pratik Tavde, sir, who is currently working as a lecturer at Vidyankar Polytechnic, Mumbai. Pratik sir, I request you to please come on to the virtual dais and take over the session.
हाँ सर, 1 मिनिट. जॉईन होत आहे का जॉईन? मग त्या दुसऱ्या गेस्टला चालू करू दे का?
Okay. Good evening, all
Pratik
of you.
sir, Pratik
Yes,
sir, Pratik
yes,
sir, can you hear me?
yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Just we have to wait for 2-3 minutes time, as Dr. Balke sir is going to join for 5 minutes, and then
Okay.
we'll continue our session. Pratik sir, just 2 minutes you can wait. Hello.
Okay.
Join आम्ही announce केलं sir, announce केलं. Pratik sir. Yes, Pratik sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
Just 2 minutes, sir. Dr. Balke, actually, he is busy since last 2-3 days. So right now he is
Okay.
free. Just quickly, he just 2-3 minutes, he will wish us, and then we'll continue your session, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Actually, just he told he want to interact with you for 2-3 minutes because he has to rain leave. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Dr. Swati ma'am has already briefed different tools and techniques by finding her time. And Pratik sir is also ready with his different innovative tools and techniques. But as Dr. Balke sir is busy since last 2-3 days, so we'll check for 2 minutes. If we get his time, then we'll continue with the sir. Yeah, Dr. Balke sir has already joined. Uh, yeah, sir, can you hear me? Yeah, sir, Balke sir, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I'm very much thankful that you have find time for us to give our wish. Let us, Dr. Bhalke DG, sir, he is a secretary for IIT Pune. At the same time, he is holding at head of the department electronics and communication engineering at Dr. D.Y. Patil College. And I requested him to give his view for 2-3 minutes for our participants so that we can proceed. Mr. Pratik is also waiting here in the. So just I have taken his permission and I am requesting you to, sir, just guide us some 2-3 minutes about your views regarding e-teaching and learning, sir. Without wasting much time, so over to sir, please, sir.
Okay, thank you, Arjun sir, for inviting me just to speak on the e-learning and the e-education tools. First of all, I would like to thank this Buds Engineering Academy, which is run by this Arjun sir, Arjun Gule sir, and the director Archana Gule madam, who is doing very fantastic job for the society. Because I am doing passionately from the last 4 or 5 years. He is very passionately conducting such kind of courses for teachers, such kind of FDPs on the national education policy. Also, is conducting various courses for the small kids, children's, engineering colleges. And I have seen that passionately from the morning 4 o'clock to evening 11 to 12 o'clock. So he's ready to conduct such kind of the courses. So, sir, I really appreciate the effort taken by you and Gule madam and your whole entire the Buds Engineering Academy. You are trying to do something for the society. That really I would like to appreciate you. And with in association with this IIT Pune Center, they have conducted 1 month certification course also. That was really very well conducted, and they have delivered all the technical contents, and all the participants have given the very good feedback. So that is first my appreciation to you. And another, you have chosen very good topic on this e-education tools and the e-resources for the teachers. And all of you know that nowadays in the education domain, the teaching has not become more important. Now the learning has become more important. Learning is more important than teaching. So you have to give more the focus on the learning ability of the student. Because see, if I am teaching anything, so I know I am very good teacher. Myself, I consider the best teacher. Nobody can teach like me. But if the student don't perceive it or don't understand what I am teaching, so the teaching will become that is a meaningless. So therefore, basically this learning means how the student will pursue, and at the end of lecture, what the student will remember. So that is the most important thing, and how he can make use of your the knowledge for the betterment of the society or for the developing some application, that is important. So therefore, learning is nothing but it is a group of activities. So if you include the various activities in your the teaching process, so learning will become very interesting. Because what happens, I am teacher, I know I am having the 25 year of the experience when I am teaching. So I consider that I am taking a lot of effort, I am reading, preparing the material, and monotonously I am teaching something on the blackboard and only just on the PPT. Now the student will not give the more attention. All of you know that the concentration or our that is a ability to listen to some particular thing, it is not more than the 7 or the 8 minute. So therefore, after every 7 or 8 minute, so you should incorporate some kind of the activities so that the student can the focus on different another activity, and with the help of the activity they can learn more. So that is the more important. Nowadays we consider that only the PowerPoint presentation, then the LCD projector, or nowadays a smart TV is there. So that is only enough, or that will be considered as a e-education tools. It is not like that. So there are a lot of e-education tools, or the different AI tools have come in the market. And if we incorporated all these tools, definitely the teaching will become more interesting. So some of the, like, I am also making use of the chat GPT. So that is also one of the very good weapon for the teachers to prepare anything, to prepare the PPT, or they can use for their the administrative work if they want to write the application for somewhere, or if they want to prepare the report or whatever you want to do. So just if you understand the how to the write the content in the chat GPT, so everything will come whatever you want, and just you modify something, you edit it, so within a short span of time, so everything will be ready, so that the student also can use and the teacher can also use. Or you can ask the question to the student, and you ask student, you make use of your the mobile phone, you make use of your the laptop, that, and you answer the question. So to student will go through the chat GPT or the any the tools available, and immediately they can answer the question. So this is kind of the activities. Or another, in case of this learning process, the evaluation is also very important, because whether the student have learned or the gained some knowledge or not, that is the most important thing. And to understand whether they have gained the knowledge or not, so for that you have to conduct different evaluation tests. So that evaluation could be in terms of your the different quizzes. So after 10-15 minutes you can take the quiz, because there are a lot of the quiz the portals are available. So that portals you can make use of that, like the Kahoot is one of the which I know that you can prepare the questions and the student can answer. And from the, if there are the group of 80 students, 100 students are there, how many students have answered the correct questions, how many students have answered the wrong question, again you can repeat the wrong questions on that. Or total score, highest score can also be displayed on the screen, so that total it will become just a fun activity, and through the fun activity the student can learn. So the teacher how to take the effort to prepare such kind of the quizzes. So Kaut is one, but there are 100 of such kind of the quizzes are there. You also have seen like the Kaun Banega Karodpati. So in the Kaun Banega Karodpati, who has answered very quickly, so that also student can understand. From that, so you can develop the such kind of the competitions. So like, so all we are just sir has asked me to just to speak something about it. I am not prepared, but there are so many such kind of the tools are available, so you can make use of the such tools. Another some of the tools like available is like the interactive boards are there. So in the interactive boards there is very that anything you can create, you can write on the PPTs, or you can change the color, or you can split the screen into the 2 to 3. So many the things are there. So through that interactive the board, you can conduct the different kind of the brainstorming session. You can like many things you can do. Then another thing is LMS is nowadays so most widely used in the market. There is a learning management tool, and you need to provide the different learning resources to the student, because once if we teach nowadays, students are not referring the books or the anything. So that the best quality learning resources if you make available on your the LMS, so definitely that will help the student to understand. They can also create the teacher can create the quiz or the any assignments, so they can make use of that. Then another very important the tool the nowadays the people are using is the virtual reality and the augmented reality. The tools are there. With the help of the virtual AR and the VR tools, so you can create so many very interesting, amazing 3D models. So where the student can learn and imagine. And nowadays, even you look in the some of the schools, there are the QR codes are there. If they want to see some dam or they want to see something, so just you have to click on that. So directly, so it will be visualized in front of them. Like in case of like the engineering also, like the electromagnetic signal or the environment on the moon, environment on the different space, how it is there, such kind of the environment can also be created. So teachers should take more effort to create such kind of the resources. So while teaching, so it will become more interesting for the all the students, and definitely they will enjoy all such kind of the things. And the evaluation is very important. Online assessment and the quiz tools are there. So I also request the Arjun sir. So if required, so you can also conduct such kind of sessions on the online assessment and the quiz, because the examination plays a very important role, that we should know that whether the student understood or not. If they did not understand, then again they should understand from the quiz. That quiz or the exam is not a tool to just analyze the student, but this is just to increase the learning ability of the student. Such kind of the things can be used. Then again, there are the different collaboration tools are there, like the Microsoft Team is there, then the Zoom is there. Through Zoom you can form the group of the different student, and you can give some topic, and that some like there some debate can also be conducted, and from the debate or the brainstorming session, student can also learn. There are different ebooks and the digital libraries are available, so you can also expose the student for this such kind of things. Then the video conferencing tools are there. Through video conferencing tool, you can invite the people from the across the globe on the particular topic. So such many, this lot of tools are there. Just we are focusing only on some like the PPT and or the chalk and board. Then there are different plagiarism detection softwares are there. Then the digital portfolio platforms are also available. Then like many things are there. Math science tools are also available. So even there are different nowadays, different pedagogies are being used. So some also sessions should be conducted on the different teaching pedagogies. So teaching pedagogies are, these are the some innovative technique where the like the flipped classroom is there, or the student can prepare their own the presentation and they can deliver on that. So through that, the learning ability of the student will be increased. So basically this, the learning is nothing but a group of activities which will which are used to enhance their the knowledge. So that is the most important thing. Even like Vadva sir, that they told that instead of knowledge, nowadays three things are very important for the teaching learning process. One is called as a knowledge, another is called as the skill, and third one is called as your the attitude. Because nowadays the most of the companies are giving more focus on the attitude. Attitude means your the behavioral skills. Your, it will come the communication skill, then the team building skill, then the your moral values, your ethics, how do you respond to the person. So like many such kind of the things are there. So teacher, instead of only focusing on the knowledge, so they should make the three compartment: knowledge, skill. Like the practical, they can use the different models they can use, or the 3D models are available nowadays. So like such, the you can explore, all the teachers should get explored to such kind of the e-tools. And if you make use of all these e-tools, so definitely the this learning ability of the student will be increased, and our student will become the competitive across the globe, and definitely they will do wonders. And you can able to create the interest among the student, because nowadays all resources are available on the website. Like if you take the Google, if you type anything, if you type anything on the chat GPT, student will get. If we are giving the same knowledge and delivering same thing, then it is of no use. So that will, because student will not get interest, because they have everything apart from that. So you should conduct different kind of the activities, and if those activities are incorporated into your the teaching learning process, then only this your the teaching will become more effective, and learning ability of the student will increase. I hope your the different the experts might have covered all such kind of the things you were not covered. So I also request sir, like they should plan such kind of the sessions, so really which will be very much helpful for all kind of the teachers. And they can deliver very good thing to our student, and they can make the student who can contribute to the society or to our nation. So this is just all about in short span of time. I just would like to give the message to all of you that instead of giving the focus on the teaching, you give the focus on the learning. And for that, you incorporate various e-learning tools, various AI tools. In research also, there are a lot of tools are there. We are not aware about it. So therefore, such kind of the training sessions are the most important. And I request sir that every week, like if they can arrange and invite such some expert people, like from the NITTR or NIT, or who are expert in such kind of tools. So definitely that will be some contribution for the society, and they can build the very good the our for our nation. They can build our the good student. We can contribute to the nation. So yes, thank you, sir, for inviting
Thank
me.
you so much finding time and guiding us for these tools. I'm very much thank you to sir you again once again, sir.
Yes, sir. We will plan again some sessions, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
we
sir.
will work
Yes,
out
sir.
on that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Pratik sir, can you hear me? Pratik sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. Actually, yeah, sir is busy, so we have taken a slot. Yeah, sir has given slot. Thank you, sir, giving slot, and
Okay,
thank
yes,
you,
sir.
Pratik sir, for giving your slot, both of you. Go ahead, Pratik sir.
Okay. Good evening, all of you.
Yeah.
So basically, in today's session, I'll be covering two things. As Sir rightly said, one of the session would be on augmented reality and virtual reality. And the another topic which I'm going to explain about cooperative learning strategy. In a classroom, when particular topic has been covered, let's say for 1 hour, if the teacher is delivering a knowledge, for half an hour, he can teach a particular topic or subtopic, and rest of the time can be utilized for activities. As Sir rightly said, that is nothing but cooperative learning strategy. So let's understand what is cooperative learning strategy, and then followed by augmented reality and virtual reality. So now I'm sharing the screen. Kindly let me know once the screen is visible and it is audible regarding cooperative learning strategy.
Yeah, Pratik sir, share your screen, sir. Yeah.
So I hope a screen is being shared.
Not at
It's
sir.
like a video.
Once again, you can share, sir. Yeah, now okay, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
fine. Now
visible.
basically it is all about the cooperative learning strategy video. So now just let me know once it is audible also.
Yes, sir, you are
Dear
audible.
colleagues and students, I Pratik Tawde,
Audible, sir?
Yes, audible. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department at Vidyalankar Polytechnic, Vadala, Mumbai, welcome you all to this session on cooperative learning strategies. After completion of this session, the learners will be able to define cooperative learning strategies, explain elements of cooperative learning, differentiate between cooperative learning and collaborative learning, describe various cooperative learning strategies, discuss role of teachers while implementing cooperative learning strategies, describe role of students while implementing cooperative learning in classroom, list benefits of cooperative learning. Now let us discuss what is cooperative learning. Cooperative learning can be defined as structured, systematic instructional strategy allowing small heterogeneous groups to work together to achieve common goal. Elements of cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is a very systematic and structured approach towards group learning. It is based on 5 fundamental elements. These 5 fundamental elements are positive interdependence, individual accountability, group processing, small group skills, and face to face promotive interactions. Positive interdependence is the first essential cooperative learning element. It is a heart of cooperative learning. Learners must believe that they sink or swim together. Individual and group accountability is the second essential cooperative learning element. It means the group is accountable for achieving its goal, and each member must be accountable for contributing fair share in order to achieve group goal. Group processing is the third essential element of cooperative learning. Group processing should be practiced in order to keep the track of how well the groups has achieved its goals, and further to maintain effective working relationships with group members. Small group skills is the fourth essential element of cooperative learning. Small group skills are required in order to function effectively as a part of group. Face-to-face promotive interaction is the fifth essential element of cooperative learning. It focuses on group members promoting each other's success. Now let us discuss about difference between cooperative learning and collaborative learning. In cooperative learning, group members work together on given task or problem or an specific assigned roles. During cooperative session, facilitator can move between groups, observe the group interactions, and intervenes if required. During cooperative sessions, generally facilitators sum up the session, and at the end, groups either report briefly the discussions conducted in the group or submit a report of group activity for comments. In collaborative learning, group members are asked to organize their efforts and decide amongst themselves the role to be played by the group members. Also, facilitator does not monitor the groups actively. In collaborative learning, students work on the work assigned and submit on final date. Cooperative learning strategies with classroom arrangement shown in the form of diagrammatic representation. Various cooperative learning strategies are corners, fishbowl, inside-outside circle, jigsaw, numbered heads together. Also, round table, team word webbing, think, pair, share, three-step interview, mix and match, etc. shown in this in the form of diagrammatic representation. Description, benefits and purpose of each cooperative learning strategies explained in the next slide. Corners. Each student moves to a corner of the room representing an alternative. Students discuss within the corners, then listen to and paraphrase ideas from other corners. Fishbowl. A group of students are chosen to discuss a given topic. The rest of the class watches, listens, or records the transcript of the discussion. A secondary discussion occurs concerning the outcome and process of the first. Reflection spot. The learners can write down the answer for the question as read the statements given below and identify the element of cooperative learning. After writing down your answer, you can click on the next slide. Inside-outside circle. Students stand in pairs in two concentric circles. The inside circle faces out and the outside circle faces in. Students use flashcards or respond to teacher questions as they rotate to each new partner. Jigsaw. Each student on the team becomes an expert on one topic by working and sharing with members from other teams assigned the corresponding expert topic. Upon returning to their home teams, each one in turn teaches the group about his or her expert topic, works well for acquisition and presentation of new material and review. Numbered heads together. A team of four is established. Each member is given numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4. Questions are asked of the group. Groups works together to answer the question so that all can be verbally answer the question. Teacher calls out a number, for instance 2, and each 2 is asked to give the answer. Round table. In teams, students take turns generating written responses, solving problems, or making a contribution of the team project. Team word webbing. Students write simultaneously on a piece of chart paper, drawing main concepts, supporting elements, and bridges representing the relations of ideas in a concept. Think, pair, share. During the first step, individuals think silently about a question posted by the instructor. Individuals pair up during the second step and exchange thoughts. In the third step, the pair share their responses with other pairs, other teams, or the entire group. Three-step interview. Students interview each other in pairs, then pair shares the answer with adjacent pair. Mix and match. Description, benefits, and purpose is explained in the slide very well. Kindly have a look of it and write what are the advantages and disadvantages of this technique. After writing down your answer, you can click on next slide. What would be role of teacher in cooperative learning? As Spencer Kagan puts it, teams will manage social skills and PIES through structures. Session planning using Jigsaw as a cooperative learning strategy prepared by me, which is shown in the presentation. We have already discussed about what will be the role of teacher in cooperative learning. Now let's understand what will be the role of student in cooperative learning. During cooperative learning, teacher assigns specific roles to the learners. In a cooperative group, students may perform various roles such as taskmaster, checker, encourager, elaborator, recorder. There are various roles of students as well: quiet captain, questioner, summarizer, spokesperson, timekeeper, etc. Read carefully what is the description for each role. Benefits of cooperative learnings are not only academic benefits but also psychological benefits as well as social benefits. Team pair solo is also one of the example of cooperative learning strategy. In team pair solo, first students working in teams, secondly student working in pairs, and last but not the least students works in a solo. So with this I wish you a very happy learning. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pratik sir. You have brought some new ideas of cooperative learning in our workshop. The whole idea is e-teaching and learning. So you have brought this
Okay,
new
thank you,
idea,
sir.
cooperative.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, apart from cooperative learning strategy, now the second session would be on augmented reality and virtual reality.
yeah, yeah.
It is
Go ahead, sir.
also
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
it is also one of the important technique, like in teaching and learning methodology as a part of teaching learning process. This is very important tool. So as far as all electronics and telecommunication practicals are concerned, based on electrical engineering, basic electronics, digital technique, all the practicals are being created using AR and VR, that is augmented reality and virtual reality. So right now, just one of the example for digital electronics, that is, you might be aware of multiplexer. So multiplexer is a device which is having many inputs and one output. So there are 2:1 multiplexer, 4:1 multiplexer. So that particular practical demonstration now I will share using AR and VR technique. So all the practicals are already developed by me using AR and VR technique, basic electronics, electrical engineering, digital electronics. But right now for demonstration purpose, I'm sharing for multiplexer practical. So I'm sharing the screen now. Just let me know once the screen is visible and audible. Just
Yeah,
one
yeah.
second.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
So I hope screen is being shared.
Uh, Not yet, sir.
Yeah, it will load. Just let me know
Yeah.
once it is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's visible.
Okay,
Yeah, it's visible.
fine.
Yeah.
Now let me know whether it is audible or not.
Activity construct and test a 4:1.
Yeah, audible, sir.
Okay, fine. So all the participants are requested to kindly have a look of it. It is one of the important innovative teaching learning methodology. That is AR and VR, augmented reality, virtual reality. Thank you. Have a look of it.
One multiplexer. Task 1 construction and testing of 4:1 multiplexer circuit using IC74LS153. Objectives. At the end of this exercise, you shall be able to construct and test 4:1 multiplexer circuit using IC74LS153. Components required. Connecting wires. IC, integrated circuit. Digital trainer kit. Step 1, take digital trainer kit. Step 2, connect trainer kit to AC power supply. Step 3, insert IC74153 in IC socket. Step 4, connect VCC to pin 16 of IC74153. Step 5, connect GND to pin 8 of IC74153. Step 6, connect pin 14 of IC74153 as select line S0. Step 7 connect pin 2 of IC 74153 as select line S1. Step 8 connect pin 6 of IC 74153 as input D0. Step 9 connect pin 5 of IC 74153 as input D1. Step 10 connect pin 4 of IC 74153 as input D2. Step 11 connect pin 3 of IC 74153 as input D3. Step 12 connect pin 7 of IC 74153 as output Y. Step 13 switch on AC power supply and kit. Step 14 apply 00 as select line S0 S1, make sure input D0 is as 0 and observe output. Step 15 apply input D0 as 1. Step 16 observe output and record reading in observation table. Step 17 apply 01 as select line S0 S1, 0 as input D0 and observe output. Step 18 apply input D1 as 1. Step 19 observe output and record reading in observation table. Step 20 apply 10 as select line S0 S1, 0 as input D1 and observe output. Step 21 apply input D2 as 1. Step 22 observe output and record reading in observation table. Step 23 apply 1 as select line S0 S1, 0 as input D2 and observe output. Step 24 apply input D3 as 1. Step 25 observe output and record reading in observation table. Step 26 switch off AC power supply and kit.
Okay, so that is all about augmented reality and virtual reality, hands-on practical demonstration. So students can perform any practical, whichever they want to perform, either from physics background or electrical department, mechanical department, automobile, robotics, drones, augmented reality, virtual reality is one of the best tools so that practicals can be performed in an innovative way and interest among the students which would be created. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to share. So today we have discussed about the two important techniques, that is cooperative learning strategy and augmented reality and virtual reality. Thank you so much.
Pratik sir, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Now, where these augmented and virtual reality tools are available to perform the practicals?
We can have basically all the models, whatever instruments or whatever kits, instruments or components like resistor, capacitor, all these components are required. First of all, we have to do the modeling, either two-dimensional modeling or three-dimensional modeling. So basically there are various softwares like Maya software is there and all the softwares are required. So based on that, first of all, instruments and whatever instruments, basic prerequisites which are required, that has to be done. And then we have to, for performing practical, script has to be prepared properly. And once the script is prepared, we can go ahead using AR and VR.
Okay, can you give one demonstration on that, how to create with the help of software and all later on, whenever you will get time?
Yeah, sure, sir. Obviously, absolutely, sir.
For my teachers also, I will arrange one session.
Yes, sure, sir. Definitely.
So this week you plan. I will get your number from Arjun sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, sir.
Okay, at least faculty member will also aware about this. This is very innovative method and very good method, effective method.
Yes, sir. Correct. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So thank you, Pratik, for underlining new innovative tool in this workshop. And I am very much thankful to Dr. Balke sir also for spending time and observing what is going on here. So once again, thank you to Pratik sir also. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, I would like to extend gratefulness on behalf of RBG's Buzz Engineering Academy, Pune. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights and sharing your valuable experience and time with us. Thank you, sir. Sir, should I end the session now? Arjun, sir?
Balke sir, should we end now?
Yeah, you and we will discuss, sir. Let the people
Okay, sir.
leave the
Okay, sir.
meeting.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you so much to all the participants in the meeting. So this is the end of the session. For certification, the link will be sent to fill the form to get the certificate, and we will also share the feedback link on the WhatsApp group. So I request all the participants to fill the feedback form as well. So with this note, I will end the session over here. Thank you so much everyone for joining us.
Thank you.